In this week's Parsha, Parshas Vayera, we encounter one of the most dramatic episodes in the entire Torah, Akedas Yitzchak. Avraham Avinu is told to bind his son Yitzchak on the altar, and Avraham Avinu is willing to sacrifice his son. After this episode, when God tells Avraham Avinu that instead he can bring a ram, we are introduced to the sons of Nachor. Nachor was Avraham Avinu's brother, and he has 12 sons, 8 with his wife Milcah, and 4 with the Pelegesh with a concubine. Have you ever heard of the names of the sons of Nachor? Can you list them off? I can't. Unless you're someone who is a baki, who's an expert, someone who likes to lane, maybe you're someone who's really an expert at Tanakh, you might be able to rattle off the 12 sons of Nachor. But most people don't know the names by heart. They are relegated to the dustbins of history. Now these 12 sons almost parallel the 12 sons of Yaakov. Yaakov also has 8 children with his 2 wives, Rachel and Leah. And then he has 4 children with his Pilagshim. So here we have 12 and 12. Nachor has 12 children, Yaakov has 12 children. But we know about the 12 tribes of Yaakov. We do not know anything about the 12 sons of Nachor. Perhaps the reason why they are relegated to the dustbins of history is because Nachor just had these children easily. He didn't have to work for them. There wasn't any struggle. Avraham Avinu, he married Sarah, and they couldn't have children for many years. Sarah was an akara, she was barren, and finally they had Yitzchak, and Yitzchak marries Rivka, and Rivka is also an akara. And then Yaakov, he wants to marry Rachel, and he ends up marrying Leah, and he also has difficulty having children. And finally, through all the struggles, through all the obstacles that they overcome, they're able to build up the 12 Shvatim, the 12 tribes that make up Bnei Yisrael. From all this, we can learn the profound concept of the Fum Tzara Agra, that God wants our effort, that when we put in the effort and we go through difficulties and are able to overcome, that's nitzchias, that's endurance. The 12 sons of Nachor, you don't hear about, because he didn't have to work so hard to produce those children. It's the children of Yaakov. It's Avraham Avinu being willing to bind his son on the Akedah. It's Yitzchak praying for Rivka to have children. It's Yaakov wrestling with that angel. It's all those struggles that lend themselves to the success and endurance of Klal Yisrael. Seared within our very genetic makeup is the strength and power of our forefathers. All the hurricanes that hit us in life, all the obstacles, we can overcome because we have the nitzchias, we have the endurance of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. May this give us hope and inspiration. Sons of Nachor, easy come, easy go. It's the children of Yaakov that endure in our minds and in our hearts. Shabbat Shalom.